Hello, how you doing? Hello, Rooster. Hello, just add silver. I'm chilling out at my sister's house right now. E10 Gulich. Thank you so much, Cauldron and Brandon Sawyer, Yukon Cornelius, Demon Hunter, Little Red Pony, folks. So I know a lot of people don't like it, but I gots to talk me some politics. I gotta talk about it. I mean, there is something wicked this way comes. There was a book literally called, sorry, and I'm hand holding the camera today. Definitely hand holding the camera, so it's going to be a little shaky. So you might want to take your seasick pills. But anyway, there was a book I used to read when I was young. It was called Something Wicked This Way Comes. And that's what I feel about the politics right now. Something wicked is coming. And it's kind of like a fireworks show. Now the Democrats are basically wanting everybody to investigate everybody. It sounds like the Stalinists. They want to investigate everything and everyone that had anything to do with Donald Trump. I mean, literally anything, and you so much as looked at him. You so much as washed dishes for him in his restaurant. They want to talk to you. This is what I call the very end of a fireworks show. This is the grand finale. This is their last wad that they got to shoot. And they thrown everything at this guy. Now this is the big finale. It's so obvious. They would rather have this country burn to the ground in order to regain power. They could care less about you and how much better the country is doing. That's irrelevant. Matter of fact, they're trying to hide that. They just want their country back, and this is how they look at it. This is theirs, and how dare an outsider control it. And by the way, if we get it back, all you Trump supporters, you're going to wish the day never came that you voted for Trump. As a matter of fact, we'll increase your taxes to 70, 75%. We're going to push through every socialist legislation. We're going to open up the borders. You are going to regret that day you took the Trump tax cut. You are going to regret. And you will learn never ever to do this again. That's their mentality. You will learn never to do this again. And that's why I'll use this as a segue. That you need to start prepping. You need to start prepping food, guns, ammo, and yes, silver. That's what you need to do, folks. Negotiator. Hello from AZ. Hello. That's what you need to do. Why? Because it separates you a bit off of their system. You're able to survive a little bit off their system, a little bit, I'm trying to use my words carefully. I don't want to say off the grid. You just won't need to rely on them so much. Again, I'm hand holding the camera. You're going to get a little shakiness. And that's what's going on, folks. It really is what's going on. Most are not just starting to prep. Hope most are not just starting to prep. I gotcha. Tactical paradigm. We all need to start prepping. I'm telling you. Can you imagine what the prices of food would go up to in a socialist country? You will have gold on your shelves, pretty much. All that food would be worth the price of gold. So yeah, that guy that sucker punched that guy, I don't know his name, at the Berkeley, he turned himself in, got arrested, or whatever. Bottom line is, he went before a judge today and he pleaded not guilty. Although it's on camera from 15 different angles, his judge says he's not guilty. Can you give that give that a whiz on? Tactical paradigm. How can he plead not guilty? Well, because the judge says so. Insanity. He felt threatened. He felt triggered by the red. He felt triggered by the Make America Great Again slogan. He felt threatened and needed to defend himself. So my advice to everybody, and this is not to sound dire, our world's not ending tomorrow. I don't want people to think I'm telling you to go panic. This is not a fear-mongering channel. What I would stress to everybody, start to prep. I know most of you here are for the silver and the silver conversations. But you need to also look into food preparation. Prepping, I'm sorry. Not preparation, although it wouldn't hurt to learn how to prepare food. You really need to look into long-term food storages, the techniques used in preparing food for long-term food storage. Everything from 5-gallon buckets to Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. You know, if you guys have any questions, just email me. I'll answer whatever questions I can. What types of foods you should be doing for long-term storage. Start with your basic. We'll just go over rice real quick. Long-term food storage. Every possible type of rice with the exception of brown rice because it has some oils in it that could go rancid. But jasmine rice, you know, your basic white rice, any of those, you buy it by the bulk from Costco or Sam's Club. You know, a 50-pound bag, and I think you can fill up one and a half, maybe possibly even 2 5-gallon paint buckets. Now, when I say paint buckets, I mean the brand new ones that Home Depot sells. You know, those orange ones. You throw a Mylar bag in there, you throw the rice within the Mylar bag, suck the oxygen out using oxygen absorbers, I can't even speak, and you seal the bag. And that rice will last you, I kid you not, 25 if not 35 years. You can do the same thing with beans, various pastas, sugars. I can go on and on and on. Legumes, such as split peas and black peas, navy beans. I could go on and on and on. The fact of the matter is you guys need to do it, man. Buy yourself a cheap dehydrator and start getting those vegetables in bulk and dehydrating them. They can go in ball jars or seal meal bags. They'll store forever. It'll be as valuable as silver and gold one day. Trust me, if the socialist gets their way, what I'm telling you to do will be as valuable as silver and gold. Yeah, chickpeas. The Idahoan mashed potato packs. I got the boxes. I'm one hand's holding my camera, but they're about, I don't know, a foot tall and 6 inches wide. They're the best mashed potatoes I ever had. The Idahoan mashed potatoes, they are so good they would fool you. You would not be able to tell you're eating powdered mashed potatoes. And I got those, I think, at Sam's Club. Yeah, scorched. I'm reading some of the comments. You know, scorched media. Media is just dividing us. The blacks think the whites hate us, and the whites think the black hate us. You know, you and I, we know what's going on. I need to lower the camera because I can't hold it at that angle. You know, yeah, some of the canned meats I get is the canned chicken. Let me just go over the canned chicken, why I like canned chicken and storing that. Because with canned chicken, you can obviously eat it straight out of the can. You can eat it cold. But you can also utilize it to make pasta salads. You know, macaroni salad. You throw chicken in there, a little mayo, diced celery, and some carrots. You know, and you got yourself a pasta salad with chicken. Peanut butter, I would not do peanut butter. I would do powdered peanut butter. Definitely good on the powdered peanut butter. Peanut butter goes rancid due to its type of oils in there. But if you do powdered peanut butter, it is real peanut butter. You just add water and you got your peanut butter back. No anti-Jewish comments allowed anymore in the U.S. That ethnicity can no longer be criticized, mentioned. Why? Well, I can ask the same question about Muslims. So, I agree. Why are you wanting to bash an entire group of people over a few people that you might think rule the world? I think your misconceptions on the Jewish religion are little misconstrued. I'm actually tired of all the anti-Jewish comments I receive, and I'm just politely asking you folks not to do that anymore. I wouldn't do it even for Mexicans. I wouldn't do it for Puerto Ricans. I wouldn't do it for blacks. I wouldn't do it for you. Therefore, I'm not going to do it for Jewish people either. So please respect that. I just don't want to hear any anti-Jewish comments. If not, I'm asking my moderators just to completely ban you permanently, not temporarily. Pancake mix, Yukon Cornelius, you are correct. There are a bunch of Nazis here. It just, I don't want that kind of, whether that gentleman is right or wrong, I just don't want that kind of channel where somebody new comes in and thinks we're some kind of racist skinheads here. You know what I mean? I just don't want that kind of channel. It's not who I am in my real life, and I'm not going to portray that in YouTube land. Yeah, so silver, definitely, I'll mention again, I'm going to answer this question. I like stacking Silver Eagles, Maple Leafs. But that's not all I stack. I stack generic rounds and bars. For you folks, if you just want silver just to hold silver, there's nothing wrong with that. Get the generic rounds. Get bars, and just maybe just get a couple of Eagles and Maple Leaves to quench your curiosity for you new stackers. What is this link that Rooster sent me? Let me click on that real quick. No, I'm afraid to click on it because it might end my video here. I'll have to do that sometime after. Or Rooster, would you please email me that link and I will be more than happy to research it. New AR is nice. The Mellow Stacker in the house. The Negotiator. Please look at my link. Y'all will shit. Yeah, I'm curious what it is. I'm just a little apprehensive to click on it in the middle of this video. Because I don't want it to accidentally shut down this video. So yeah, they're going after everybody. This is the grand finale. It's kind of like the end of a fireworks show. They're calling everybody as a witness to investigate Trump. They put on Mueller to do the investigation. Mueller's come up with nothing. Now all of a sudden, his findings are not adequate, and we need to broaden the investigation. This is a witch hunt. I hated Obama, but I still would have stood up for Obama if they were bullying and harassing him. And I hated Obama. I, for one, is tired of racists. I love Silver Eagles and Maple Leaf. Little Lou in the house. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Overtax. I've just read the new in Oz that our government has banned Milo Yiannopoulos and David Icke from entering Australia. Hey, the people want to put up with that, great. They get what they get. The problem is they can't because they gave up their guns. So their government says you shut up or we'll arrest you. The world, it just seems to be accelerating, doesn't it, towards socialism? It really does. Or is it the news just lying? God's money, gold and silver, everything else is credit. You are absolutely correct. Thank you, Lord Humongous. Cauldron 2091. We got our new chicks at the Tractor Supply. For a second, I thought you were talking about like chicks, like in Hot Chicks, like hot girls. I'm like, damn, Tractor Supply is a whorehouse now? I'm teasing, but I know what you're saying now. That's cool. One of these days. So, Overtax, I need your email address. It is bksinaz@gmail. Can I get back with you in a few minutes?
Yeah. Are you done with the soup?
Yeah. That was my sister asking me if I wanted more soup. So I'll repeat that. bksinaz@gmail.com. Anybody wants to email me. I always accept emails and always try to read them all. So when I get quiet, I'm just reading some of these comments. Some of my subscribers freaking smart as hell. And central banking, I would love to. The quickening. So let me say hello to a few people. I think I'm losing my sister and everybody's out there, and I'm just kind of, my mind is scattered. I apologize, first of all, for that. You know, get knocking on doors. They don't respect the fact that you're making a video. Yeah, she made soup. And by the way, it was utilizing food preps. So she has approximately 80 pounds worth of split peas. She made split pea soup utilizing some dehydrated celery, carrots, onions. The only thing she went to the butcher shop and got a couple of ham hocks, or whatever you call them, pieces of ham. All made from food preps. And by the time she was done, I couldn't even tell. It was all made from food preps. It was just phenomenal soup. Tactical paradigm, as usual. I agree with you. The New World Order is already here. They've just been hiding. Now they're just coming out of the shadows, and they want to usher in a one world order. Is what's going on. What are your thoughts on Bloomberg pulling out? So, as many of you know, Bloomberg, that snot nose piece of garbage, announced he was running for president, and then like minutes later, oh, I'm pulling out. So it was all a publicity stunt. But that guy has mafia or gangster written all over him. He has illegal written all over him. I believe the real reason he pulled out is his handlers advised him that he has too many skeletons in the closet. That's what I think happened. And I love this. It reminds me of when Trump was running last time. Everybody can beat him. I can beat him. I can beat him. And yet, nobody has the strength to beat him. Everybody think about the red flags states. So far, 5 states on board. I think, and you excuse me, I think what is that, the red flag thing? I think that's anybody can declare you mentally ill, like in a hospital, if you're saying you got headaches or something. Bottom line is, don't tell anybody how you feel anymore. Don't even tell anybody you have guns. I got mine. Why do I say it that way? They make all the laws they want now. I got mines. Like a little gangster. I got mines. They ain't taking mine. Maynard Wellman. Come on over. Pieces of ham in there. It tastes good. All using food preps. The markets are fake and manipulated. Obviously. I'm just reading some of the comments. Rooster got it at overtax taxpayer. Look for it. I'm sending now. Okay, again though, Rooster, I can't exit this to go read your email. Otherwise it might end this video. I'm using like a Samsung S2 tablet right now. Are you currently in AZ? Absolutely. Tucson, in the house, right now. That's real life on the other side of that door. Yeah. Sure is. Italian debt about to collide with Brexit. I hope they do separate. They're doing every kind of manipulation under the sun. The news media outlets are lying. Everybody's lying about how the world's going to come to an end if we allow them to separate. Let me tell you something. There was a time when they were not separated. Okay? And nothing bad happened. Nothing bad. They got together. Their lives got worse. Now they just want to go back to the way things were. Just posted my 10 new kilo bars. Wow, 10? Knife catcher. Just add silver. Now the government can legally go into homes and confiscate all guns and ammo in the red flag states. People are going to start firing back. That's all I'll say. Did you ever get the free government cheese, brother? Let me tell you something, Adam Rogers. So as a kid, I was born in Brooklyn. I was born in 1963. I was raised in Brooklyn and the Bronx. And at that time, things were hard for my mom. Yes, she went on welfare. But it was different back then, back in the early 60s and the late 60s. You actually had to travel down to the welfare department. They sat you down and interviewed you. And it was a serious interview. Then they had a time of judgment, adjudication, and then you found out later whether, after the adjudication, whether you got it or not. Yes, my mom got welfare as a kid. And yes, there was food packages included. One of them was government cheese. I kid you not. It looked like a big loaf of Velveeta in a generic wrapper. But my family pulled themselves up from the bootstraps, got jobs, and got off of that crap really quick. So the answer to your question, Adam Rogers, is yes. New York government cheese. I got to be honest. Everybody needs help from time to time. And that's not a problem. The problem is whether you make a career out of needing help. I said this in many of my videos, and I'll say it again. Help is just another drug. It's no different from any of the other drugs, the Percocets and the heroin. Help is just as addictive. That's the truth. Help is addictive. Lord humongous, there is no Jewish mafia. Having plain silver rounds and bars will be easier to trade when you need to. Yes and no. Those silver rounds and bars need to be recognizable to the person who is contemplating trading for them. Just know that, okay? There's nothing wrong with generic rounds, but there are some generic rounds that are more recognizable than others. Just remember that when you purchase your silver. Try to at least purchase stuff that you see other people talking about and whatnot, even the generics. Nun's calling me a meathead. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Nun. Lightning 48. I like politics as well. Getting back to gold-backed blockchain systems. Yep. I like my crypto, although I don't have a lot. I like it. Where's Ruth? I think Ruth is dead, Mike. I really do think. They got her hooked up. Remember the weekend at Bernie's where they were holding Bernie up and they would put poles and whatnot on his arms? That's what they're doing with her. But I don't think Trump's stupid. I think he's keeping an eye out on that. Went to a new doctor today, and one of the questions in the form was, do you have guns in the house? I would answer no. I would actually, depending on the mood, I'd probably walk up there and say something about their... But James, was it a psychiatrist? You said you went to a new doctor today. So is it a psychoanalyst? I don't know. Maybe then it's justified. But you did good. Answering no. That's fine. Bud's Gun Shop is rich on account of the Stackmeister. Stiff Stackler. Do you buy platinum coins? Odin's War. I've answered this in many videos, as well as many live chats. I do not purchase platinum. I do not purchase copper. Did I say copra? I do not purchase copper. I do not purchase platinum. Why? Platinum, to the untrained eye, looks too much like silver. People in shit hit the fan times might not want to trade you for your platinum. They might mistake it and suspect that it's silver. Therefore, you might find it hard to get rid of unless you can find a coin shop that will buy it back. I don't know. The way I see it, if you can afford platinum, you might as well buy gold. I don't see platinum in the Bible. As somebody just said, gold and silver are God's money. Doesn't mention anything about platinum or palladium. Little Red Pony. Wish that I could afford platinum. If you could, you might as well buy gold. That's just my opinion. Rooster Cogburn is threatening me. I think he's kidding, though. I got your email. Now you're screwed. So now I'm going to just get pictures. And, everything that your mom would send you. You know how you give your mom your email address and she's new to the internet? All of a sudden you're receiving every freaking stupid joke in the world. Please, Rooster, don't be like my mom. I'll email you at 3 a.m. I don't mind that. I don't have an audible alert every time I receive an email. I don't mind. There's something about Rooster Cogburn. I kind of like him. Not in a gay way, but there's something about him. First of all, he's got Rooster Cogburn was in a movie, So it was a character. John Wayne movie. My brain's actually working very slow today. Trump 2020, absolutely. Adam Rogers, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Odin's War. Curious. Me too. I'm curious too. The cheese. The Talmud is the source from which the code of Jewish halakha law is devised. It is made up of the Mishnah and the Gemara. I can't even pronounce half this stuff. Is the original written version of oral law. So I'm just, like I said, philosopher of bees and owls, thank you. I don't buy platinum. Do you think $15 silver is cheap enough? Cheap enough to purchase? Absolutely. Even if it was 16, 17 bucks, it's it's time to load the boat. You know, it really is time to load the boat. I'm going to tell everybody again, don't panic. Do not run out and mortgage the damn house thinking that the world's coming to an end tomorrow. Do it at a good pace, a moderate pace, a comfortable pace. And I'm going to tell you something about you first time preppers. The worst mistake you can do is losing credit with your spouse. You talk to your spouse, hey baby, let's invest so much money in gold, or silver, and we're going to invest in food, and we're going to invest in a gun, and we're going to invest in some ammo, and you finally get her on board, she trusts you, and then you start blowing the money on foolish things in the name of prepping. So no longer is a $500 handgun good enough. You went out and bought a $1,200 handgun. Or no longer is a $400 rifle good enough. No, you went out and bought a $4,000 rifle with a $3,000 scope. You're going to lose credibility with your partner, your spouse. And that's going to make prepping more difficult, because then every time you go to buy something, she's going to question you. Don't be foolish with your money. If you're going to buy things for prepping, be financially wise, fiscally wise. You don't need a $5,000 rifle. That is being tactic cool. You're trying to be cool. $5,000 rifle ain't gonna shoot no better for what your needs will be than a $500 rifle, is what I'm trying to say. The hardest thing to do a lot of times is get credibility. You know, sometimes the spouse might not be on board with spending all that money on all this food that we're not going to eat. We're going to fill up all these shelves with food, 50-pound bags of this and 50-pound bags of that, and 50 cans of Mountain House. That's a lot of money. And to get them on board is sometimes difficult, can I say? Finally, they're on board with prepping. You tell them why. They're agreeing with you. You're right. Then all of a sudden you start blowing money in the name of prepping. You're going to lose credibility, and your future days of prepping are going to be so freaking difficult. You so much as buy an extra can of soup, they're going to question you. You think I'm crazy? I've seen people in this situation. Be wise with your money. We're not trying to be cool. We're not trying to be wannabe soldiers. We're not soldiers, some of us. No need to... You're not going to be... You get my point. Do it wisely. Do it to protect yourself, your family, and your children. That's all. Kevin Dex, no, I was not talking about soup to the extent that you might think about. What it was my sister, I just said my wife, my sister made some split pea soup, homemade. Now, what's significant about it is all made from food preps. She has about 80 pounds worth of split peas, so she just needed a couple of cups of that, of split peas, all from food preps, food storage, dehydrated carrots, dehydrated celery and onions, some seasoning. She did go to the store and buy herself some ham hocks, and the soup is phenomenal. Soup is phenomenal. So yeah, so we'll talk about toilet paper. So when you ask some people who survived some hard times, what was that? I forgot which one it was, but you ask some of those survivors, they say the most important things to prep the most in-demand things to trade were Bic lighters and toilet paper. About Anon got my 2019 10-ounce kook last night. Freaking sweet. I bet it is. I'll eat before my kids do. It's every man for himself, right? Rooster, you're thinking small. I'll eat my kids. I'm teasing, obviously. Robert Williams, I like how you think. I keep ramen for the I told you crowd. So let's say shit hit the fan tomorrow. All the food is no longer available in the stores and you got food on your shelves. Someone comes knocking on your door. Now, your first inclination would be to give them some food. But you're giving away some valuable information. Whatever food you give them, they're going to go through. They're going to use up. They're going to consume. They're going to go to the next place. They're going to go to the last place they got food. That's your house. The next time you might say no. But now they know you got food. They might accumulate a small group and try to overtake you in your position. So again, now I bring back the question again. Do you help somebody who is legitimately hungry and friendly, who might have a kid or two with them? Do you help them? It's a hard question to answer, you know? You would like to. And let's say you gave them a loaf of bread. Let's just say you gave them some canned food items. How long do you think that's going to last them? A day or two? A day or two, they'll be knocking back at your door. Please, sir, my kids, take a look at my kids. Again, they might be friendly with no ill intentions. You tell them no, they walk away, but maybe they walk away a little angry. Man, that guy, I know he has food and he won't help you little kids. That person, that lady, that guy, they might get a bunch of people and tell them he has food, other people who are hungry. He has food. He gave me some last week. That's just that's what I do. I play in my mind, what if? And it mentally trains you. It really does. It's kind of hard to say what you do. I'm watching a commercial for you. Thank you so much. I always ask people if you would watch the ads before all my videos. They give me about 1.50 pennies each. And it slowly adds up. It helps pay for the internet and whatnot. I'm not like some of the other YouTube channels where I'm making hundreds of dollars a day. Nowhere even near that. If I'm lucky, I'd make my internet. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Quentin. They should have prepped themselves, especially if you have kids. You think about it. But a lot of them, they're just living for today. They're living for that new, up-to-date cell phone. That's all they really live about. And eventually they learn, but it's normally too late. What do you do for those people? That's what's sad. Just add silver. They'll be back in multitudes to overtake your entire stash. Yeah. Unfortunately, you have to say no. You have to plan so you know what to do when it happens. That's Volkswagen Planet. By the way, Volkswagen Planet has a Volkswagen store. I'm just going to do a shout out. Anybody who collects and likes Volkswagens, custom ones, go check out his website. Just Google Volkswagen Planets. I believe he's in Tampa. I checked him out. Some very nice stuff. It's going to help people. Stackmeister is going to help people, but the Stackmeister is going to choose some over others. That's the world. But the ones you choose, can you help them? Let's say I came to your door and you chose to help me. Let's say you gave me a couple of cans of food. How fast do you think I'm going to go through a couple of cans of food? Pretty quick, probably within a day. Especially if I have kids. Now I come back, oh, I'm out of food. Can you help me some more? Are you prepared to help me again and maybe again and again? Or are you going to say no? But then you got to worry, what am I going to do? When my belly meets my spine and I start having serious pains of hunger, I'll get desperate. I'd be willing to steal and rob. What are you going to do? That's what you got to think about, Stackmeister. Not saying you're wrong. I'm just debating or having a conversation with you, like two friends sitting down. Little Red Pony, I hear what you're saying about the 90% fatality. I just don't believe in the EMP thing. I do believe you can have EMP attacks, but they would be isolated events. What do I mean by isolated? Well, a nuke goes off in one location of the country. Boom. It would create an EMP attack or a pulse. But I don't think the entire United States would be blanketed with nukes. I just don't believe that. And I don't believe we would be blanketed by an EMP attack either. Silvergram. Tyrone in the house. Thank you so much. Robert Williams always has some pre-poisoned food. Come on, guy. Just add silver. The stock market isn't going to make it till summer. Slicergram, give out Bibles now. PewDiePie makes $10,000 a month on YouTube. God, if I can just make a fraction of that, I'd be freaking happy. But that's neither here or there. I buy from Bibles in the case. It's not our fault. 1 cent. I'll watch 1,500 to give you an ounce of silver. Well, thank you so much. I'm not sure if it's 1 cent or like 1.5 or 2 cents, but it's right in that neighborhood. So, K Big Rouge. Has YouTube put any heat on me yet due to my videos? I've been getting hit big time. Really big time. I noticed my revenue has gone down significantly. Yet my subscribers are going up, and that doesn't make sense. It doesn't meet any common sense. You hire, and as you can see, I'm closing on 16,000, is it? And yet my revenues are going down. So they've demonetized quite a bit of videos, but then I have to go in, and that's why you'll notice I'll make a video and I'll edit the titles. You'll see, well, why did he change the title name? It's because they don't like something in the title. And in order to get the monetization back, I will edit the title, but 90% of the time, that doesn't even work. But I do attempt to, because I don't want them coming to me later on saying, well, you got 20 videos, that are demonetized. We're going to have to kick you off. I don't want that to happen. You can get King James Version vials at a dollar store for only $1 each. Thoughts on 5G, 6G coming? So I thought 5G has already been here a long time ago. It's the 6G. I don't read up on it. The fact of the matter is, this cell phone, it's company owned. I have really no choice in the matter. I hate freaking phones, and I swear that once I retire, I'll never own another phone. The only person I'll want to talk to is family. I can care less about the world once I retire. And I'm tired. This cell phone, I am not lying when I tell you 99% of the phone calls I get on here are spam phone calls, solicitors. And I'll tell you one thing, I've signed up for that do not call list on the internet. Doesn't work. It doesn't do squat. I'm all over the place today. Let's talk silver. Anybody got any questions about prepping or silver? And by the way, somebody gave me a $2 super chat. It must have went right past me because I did not say a thank you. But whoever did that, thank you. It must have scrolled by and I didn't see it. So, Silver Rhino, I'm actually thinking about shutting down all Google affiliated websites. That would be considered Facebook also. The only thing I would keep is maybe this YouTube, obviously. I haven't used Facebook in freaking years. Every now and then I'll go in there and see who's posted what, or look up an ex-friend or something just to see what they look like. Not to even contact them. Just curious what some people look like now. And other than that, I have no use for it. I would love to get a ham radio. One of these days I'm going to get ham radio, and I'm going to be talking to some of you folks who have ham radios. So I was curious, Seth Lee, also why maples cost less than eagles. I have no flipping clue. Maybe because I was going to say something negative. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, maple leaves are a better deal than eagles. This is. I do carry silver. In my car, I have a couple of, and you'll see them every time I make a video, or every other time I make a video through my car. You know, I'll drive home or go to work, and I'll make a video with the camera attached to the steering wheel. I have a couple of ounces of silver in the car. I would say I have about 2 or 3 ounces of silver in the car at all times. It's actually in there now still. I just leave it there. But also, what's in my EDC is, you know, I got a couple of knives. I got a couple of good quality flashlights. Some comms. I got a couple of packet of freeze dry food. That sort of thing. Did you just flip me off when you adjusted your glasses? No, did not. I don't play that. I wouldn't do that to you, Rooster. I took your advice, 61 ounce bars on the way. Daniel Wolf. Man, everybody give this guy an applause. Shout out to Daniel Wolf. Thanks, Robert Williams. I got tons of beer. Have a good evening. Overtaxed Taxpayer by the Silver Gram. Thank you. Look at my exes. And sometimes, too, they're still hot. One of them is getting chubby. Stefan Lewanski. Lord. What percentage of your stack should be fractional silver? Well, that's a good question. Let's just say, I'm going to go on a limb and just say a small amount. Maybe 2%. Let's just put it this way. If you have just a measly 100 ounces of silver, for every 100 ounces, maybe 3 or 4 ounces could be fractionals. James Isha, what would be your ideal ratio of small denomination bullion? Well, I just answered Renee Michael's question, so that should James Schultz should roll over to you as well. When you sell maples, you get less than ASE? I doubt it. Doubt it. I think they just go by the spot price. So if you walked into a dealer, I know my dealer. I walked in with 1 and 1, 1 Silver Eagle and 1 Maple Leaf. Told them I want to sell it. They're going to look at the spot price and give me the same spot price for both coins. I'm 100% positive on that. Why is silver 1520 again? I have no clue. That's like asking me why did a stock go up or down? I have no clue. Is it the spots on the look aluminum or spots? I'm sorry, I don't understand your question, Carmen. Juan doses. I wear glasses and I get accused of flipping people off all the time. I actually was watching a video that said you can't store dog food long term, and to store extra rice, it's the only thing that they can properly digest. I still store it. I store my dog food. So what is the process in which you're storing your dog food? I would also assume your dog food depends on the quality, the longevity that you can store something. You get a shitty dog food that's like crap, the big 50-pound bags that homeless people buy to eat. I don't think that's going to properly store. It's probably comprised of mostly carbs and fats. They might go rancid. I would imagine some of your higher end dog foods. I'm not talking ultra high ends. I'm talking like Blue Buffalo, which is a semi high end. I think that's stored just fine. You've got to have oxygen absorbers in. You'd have to pour it out of its original bag, though. Pour it into a Mylar, get the oxygen out, and seal the bag. Seal the Mylar. I think she stored just fine as long as all your O2 is out of there. Robert Williams. Maples cost less because of the ugly lady on it. Duh. I have to agree with him. I one time called that lady a bitch in a video. Man, I got some hate mail. Don't you call my queen a bitch? Sorry. My apologies. But she just never looks happy. God's given you a gift at Mike P. Adjusting the camera again. Been buying lots of medicine supplies lately as a corpseman. Am I saying that right? Corpseman. And I've been it off. I've never seen a coin with milk spots. I've had lots of Canadian maple leaves, and not one of them has milk spots. Yeah, so that is a heck of a score, 60 ounces. Exactly. Volkswagen Planet, as long as you stack, you're winning. It's a freaking bank account. It's a bank account. You can have $1 million in the bank, and if the dollar collapses the next day, you have no $1 million. Silver is not going to be affected adversely by a dollar collapse. It's just not. Silver was around before the dollar bill was invented. Help with robocalls, use Hiya and Truecaller. I'll look into those. Thank you so much, Yael Crandell. I really appreciate that. Most of my maples have milk spots on them, and my eagles do not. I prefer eagles. You know what? I would like to see a coin with milk spots. I really would. If somebody wants to take a high-resolution picture of it and send me the picture, I mean, you can also send me the coin. I'm just teasing, but send me the picture. Maybe I just don't know what a milk spot looks like. High-resolution picture, though. Don't use an iPhone or some crap. And send it to bksinaz@gmail.com. Maybe I have something to learn here. Because I can swear all my coins, none of them have milk spots. But again, I am in Tucson, Arizona. It's dry here. Maybe the climate is advantageous for precious metals. Adam Rogers, thank you so much for your service. Still, if you can get me a picture, I appreciate it. Because I don't see anything that looks like water spots on my coins or any milk spots instead of water. I don't see it. Stevan Luansky, he's also saying he doesn't know not sure what a milk spot is, but hold on, but when you do an acid test on silver, it should come back milky in color to make sure there is pure silver. I don't know. I have acid and it doesn't changes. I have to check that out. So, Robert Williams, I do have some vodka. I actually do. I'm not a big drinker, but I do, for prepping purposes, have a few various bottles of bourbon, vodka. A lot of people, when the shit hit the fan, they're going to want to self-medicate. Be great trading items. Great trading items. I hate Hillary. I've never seen somebody so evil. And there's a video online. What's his name? I'll have to hold down on that thought for a second. What is his name? He used to be on television. Gosh, I'll have to look into it. And he busted her talking that the world needs to be controlled at a luncheon. Literally says it on camera. She believes the population needs to be controlled by government. So think about it. If the government's doing the controlling, they're the ones who profit. You know, in every socialist country, it's the government who prospers, never the people. The government. You are what you consume. Your reality is what you take in with your eyes and ears. Think about it. True. Very true. Your judgment and personality has a lot to do with the information you are hearing. Hearing the wrong information or you're hearing the right information. I understand what you're saying. You have time to watch right now, so I'm just jumping in to leave a like. Oh, don't have time. Benjamin Thelen. Thank you so much for your support, though. You know Trump is sold out for the people. For the people. When Hillary gets locked up, and that's your canary. Until then, he's still reading the script. Don't be fooled. I don't think he's reading a script. I really don't. He's doing things. Robert Williams, not going to argue with you, and that's not my goal here. But can I convince you for 30 days just to listen to a conservative news radio station? Just not to change your mind, but to hear the other side of the story. Just 30 days. Give it 30 days, my friend. Regardless of whether you are on my side politically, it doesn't mean I don't like you or, or anything like that. So don't take me wrong. We're all good here. We can agree to disagree. Here's a shocker. JM Bullion supply is controlled by the government. Do you have any, what are you citing? What's your proof? I don't understand that. What is it? Yeah, as long as I get my silver, I can care less what they're controlling. No justice or no arrest, then he won't get my vote in 2020. Mike P., you got to understand something. This is a government where a president is not a dictator. He is not allowed just to go out and demand the arrest of somebody. You got to understand that. The House of Representatives and the Senate need a vote upon it. And if they are corrupt, they will undermine him. You can't blame Trump for everything that is not coming true for you. You got to also take a look at the House of Representatives and the senators, as well as the corrupt CIA and FBI. Okay? Again, we're cool. Yeah, I watch Joe Rogan quite a bit. I'm off and on with him. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't. I think he's protecting his channel. He's playing the middle of the road. Buying the shit from the government. Well, that just moved. Might be Mueller is a joke. I agree with you. Now he is selling a book on Amazon. But the Democrats loved him when they thought he might find something on Trump. Now that Mueller can't find nothing, the Democrats are turning against him. That's not fair. Homebrew, I'm going to agree with you. I'm in agreement. Skepticism is healthy, but it's never about taking sides. I don't believe anybody should pick sides, really, when it comes to politics, because people are like, it's like a football team to them. You know, literally, they will freaking fist fight over their baseball or their football team. If you so much as mentions the Rams suck to somebody, they might kick your ass. Literally, they're like that with politics. I don't believe that should be like politics. People need to actually get out of all political parties and just look at them from an outside perspective. And I think you will see a little bit more healthier. You will see more truth. But when it's like the Piper, you're one of the rats and you're following the guy blowing the horn, you're going to walk right off the cliff with them. Hey, 102 people. I realize this is a boring video tonight. If you can just give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. It's not like I'm asking for money or anything, or it's not like I'm asking for your car keys, or not asking for anything but a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it if you haven't already. Oh, sorry, people are typing too fast, so it keeps moving. Bloods and Crips in Washington. It's tribalism, guys. Okay, gotta go. Probiotic is not antibiotics. Stack your silver and gold. Don't sleep on Bitcoin either. I do have some Bitcoin. I have some Bitcoin, Litecoin, very little. I wish I had more, actually. Bitcoin, Litecoin, I have some Ethereum, and I have some DIGIBYTE. So if you guys no longer like it, I'll take it off your hands. We're all in the same boat. I wish everyone would just start buying silver. It would change the game. It really would. Every ounce of silver purchased is like a small little paper cut to the banks. Are you still stacking toe rings, brother? No. America will never embrace socialism. Conservatives cheer. Daddy Trump wants us to pay for a wall. Paid family leave. Farmer. Conservatives cheer. Bunch of deceived hypocrites. No, I am not a deceived hypocrite. Come on, Roberta S. You know me for quite a while. Do you really think I'm deceived? Come on, we're friends here. You've been with me for quite some time on my channel. I asked you the same thing. Just listen to a conservative news radio for 30 days. Turn off your other radio. Turn off that channel. Listen to conservative for 30 days. It's always wise. And you'll hear this, even in debates and whatnot. I'm not talking politics. In college, it's always wise to learn both sides. if you are, you know, if you're a general fighting the war, it's always wise to learn about both sides, including your enemy. And you will find sometimes that your enemy is actually not your enemy. Been a ride on cryptos this week. About Anon. Mark Runtka just bought 5-ounce Sunshine Bar. I love the Sunshine Bar. Sale at JM Bullion. Do you still staking? Yes, I am, Superman. I still staking. Mr. Octopus. No thumbs up till the end. Keep on the watch to keep the videos great. Oh, so Mr. Octopus is not giving me a thumbs up until the end. Keeps on the watch to give the... boy, that's a little confusing. Compared to silver, cryptos are just... I'm going to agree with you. There's nothing better than silver and gold. And even though I do have some cryptos, and even though I do wish I had more, I got to say, I agree with you. Silver and gold are the king. Mike P, I agree with you. eBay does sell fake silver. You got to be very careful. I'm not saying all the silver is fake, but your chances of getting screwed over are big time on eBay. You might as well just buy directly from JM or your favorite, dealer. Mike P, gun confiscations. I don't know why I'm picking on Mike P. Gun confiscations are beginning. Any documentation, any literature you can use to back that statement up? I haven't heard of anything like that. Sorry, I made many typos. Are you drunk, Mr. Octopus? XRP is a trap. You must buy into the Fed that is broke. Just gave you a thumbs up. Thank you, Robert Williams. Be blessed all, up early. You have a great day. Just add silver tomorrow. No, you have a great day tomorrow. Just add silver. Boy, that didn't come out right. So, Ozark Prepper, I just dumped my entire 401k into silver and gold. It wasn't much, around 30 grand. So, I'm wondering how you feel about that, though. Let's, let us know. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that you made a good move? 30 grand's it's a hell of a lot to throw down on some precious metals. My advice to somebody like you, my advice to everybody who has silver and gold, just in case you pass away, you need to tell your spouse how to sell it. Literally, how to look up a spot price, how to sell it, what this coin's worth and what that coin is worth. Okay? You really do. I'm young. I look young. Look at me. I had a heart attack unexpectedly. And if I would have passed away, my wife would not have... I did not teach her anything until after I got out of the hospital. And then I realized, I got to show her how. If you have cryptos, you got to show them how to cash them in. How to cash in your silver, how to cash in your cryptos. So just be careful just in the event that you croak. Let's get real, folks. Get real. My ex ran off, so no worries. I guess not. But if, let's say you have children, Ozark, you don't want that silver to just sit there and then the freaking ambulance drivers and the police come and just scrape your house clean. Or whatever happens. Or even if your kids don't know how to use it, they're going to run off to a pawn shop and get like $1 per coin because they see dollar on a silver eagle. You got to teach them. Teach them. Sun Tzu, Art of War, excellent book. I made it to about halfway, and then my life got convoluted, and I didn't finish reading it. But one day when things slowed out, I'm going to read Sun Tzu, Art of War again.
It's all cycles. The entire universe runs on cycles. Yeah, I guess it does. Jose Gutierrez in the house. Thank you. Mega Max Party. Thank you so much for being here. Again, about Anon, Ben Graham, M88, S28, Carmen Taft. Thank you so much, everybody. Homer 1075 in the house. Thank you so much. When the public picks up on the investment, it's too late. You're absolutely right, and that's the M88. That's exactly. By the time the public picks up on a stock, it's already too late. The run's over with. And that goes for any investment. I'm just using stocks as an example. You are correct. You look whipped out. I am whipped out. I'm tired. I've been putting in a lot of hours. I'm trying to just make ends meet. I'm doing what a man's got to do, making money. Better than going on welfare. Justice in America is AWOL. Like Ruth. But thank you so much, Mr. Doug Larrabee. Thank you for... I apologize. I know this video is a slow video compared to my other videos. But it is what it is. We all, like one of my subscribers just now says, life, the universe, everything's in cycles. Same here. One day I'm feeling good, and the next day I'm tired. Are you still buying a place in Tucson? Yes, I am. And we actually made an offer on a home, but it's on contingency that we sell our home in Pinetop. So yes, that's the news I haven't shared yet. We're selling that cabin in the White Mountains to buy a home here. Now I'm going to get into that a little bit once they make an offer. A few people are coming to look at the home. A lot of people are interested, but once things are solidified, I'm going to inform you guys what's going on. Take care of the kidneys, watch for stones. I haven't had a stone yet. I'm 56 years old. How's the weather in Arizona? It's freaking hot. I hate it. Yes, there was snow about 2 weeks ago, but it's all gone and it's hot. It's 80 degrees here, clear skies. It's nice if you're into that sort of thing. I love motorcycles. So Mike P., even though we're on opposite sides of the political spectrum, I have a Harley, so I'm with you, man. I have a Harley, I have guns, ammo, silver, and 1 or 2 tenth ounces of gold. I took some sleep aid last night and still woke up tired. You woke up groggy. The trick to sleep aids, you got to take them like 2 or 3 hours before you plan on going to sleep. That way they thoroughly wear off by it before you wake up. That's right, man. Mega Max Harley time. I need to get me need to do some upgrades though. Richest man in Babylon. I'm going to have to look that up. M88, thank you. And the other gentleman who just recommended Sun Tzu audio on YouTube. You can bet, rest assured, I'll be looking that up too. 18 degrees in New York. I miss New York so much. Orange blossom time in Arizona. Awesome. Nearly 70 degrees here today, and that's for Mike P. Curious, Mike P., where are you at? Cold in Niagara. Man, I love freaking New York. I've been to Niagara Falls. I used to live in Buffalo for quite some time and loved it there. Well, it was actually the outskirts of Buffalo, a place called East Aurora. Loved it. What foods have it? I'm not sure. I think a lot of fish and nuts have those vitamins, though. I love fishing, got a big net. I love fishing too, man. Not the guns laws in New York. My dream might be is to buy a fishing boat, a saltwater fishing boat, and retire on it and just fish in Florida waters. That's my dream. One day, if I ever win the lottery or something, buy me a $400,000 Grady fishing boat or something. I'm just going to freaking live on it. What do you think about the new World of Dragon rounds? Haven't seen it, but I promise, Doug, I will look it up. Definitely will, man. When I get quiet, I'm actually just reading comments. So, overtaxed taxpayer needs some advice. Have you ever dehydrated scrambled eggs? No. But don't worry, I've watched quite a few videos explaining how to do it. Those videos are here on YouTube. I'd advise taking a look at some of them. It can be done. I will say this though, Doug. It's probably cheaper if you go to Mountain House or a place that sells Mountain House cans and just buying your dehydrated eggs in that route. But if you want to, there are videos on how to do it. Do you believe in the devil? I absolutely do believe in the devil. That doesn't mean I am an advocate for the devil. That doesn't mean I worship the devil. I worship God. Gotta go to bed real soon. I still got 6 beers left out of my 24 pack. Ben Graham, you have a great day and thank you for your support and watching my boring video tonight. Yes, everybody, I will admit I'm a little bit boring tonight. I'm a little tired. Can't always be animated. Crypto floats better than silver, just saying. Yes, Mountain House scrambled eggs are great. Spring break right now, snowbird season. Robert Williams. I'm a realtor. So Doug Masta, I am for cryptos. However, I'm a little disillusioned right now. I wish I had more. I got maybe a couple of $100 invested into it, which is close to nothing. I wish I had more, but right now I'm afraid to buy anything because when you're buying a house, they pull your credit, they want to see your bank records and everything. And I don't want to have to explain a cryptocurrency purchase. As a matter of fact, I even stopped buying silver because I don't want to have to justify that when they want to see my bank records. I have a realtor in the house here right now. What's his name? Robert Williams. He knows what I'm talking about. So I can't buy any silver right now and I can't buy any cryptos, but I am for cryptos. I have Bitcoin. I only have like $100 worth of Bitcoin. I have Ethereum, maybe $100 worth of that. I have Litecoin, maybe $100 worth of that, and I have some DIGIBYTE, about the $100 worth of that. I wish I had more, and when I can afford it, I'll buy some more. What is the greatest jump in tech in your life? In your opinion, no wrong answer. So in my life, what is the greatest that I witnessed greatest jump in technology? The greatest jump in technology that I witnessed, I have to say, is with the automobile and computers. And those go hand in hand because I've seen them intertwined, if you know what I mean. So I have to say the computer first and foremost because I started off with a 286 or 386 DX4 with shoot, what was it? Windows 3.1. So yeah, now it went to, it's crazy, man. Yeah, Michael Pike, I wish I had some more DIGIBYTE. I really do. I'm hoping it's going to be a great investment, but things are not really looking good for it. So I'm a little disgruntled with DIGIBYTE out of all my crypto investments. Why? Because I bought it at half a penny, and almost a year has gone by, and it's still a half a penny. Although I have to say, I wish I had more. And when I can afford it, I'll buy some more. DX2, yeah, that's right. We're going to have a gold-backed currency when the reset begins. I'm hoping so. See something, say something. Duke, Master of Coin, Internet. What does that mean? Oh, that's his answer. The greatest jump in technology, according to Master Duke, is in the internet. I have to say I agree with him. But I think the computer and the internet go hand in hand. But I agree with him. So remember the old modems, the dial-up, 14.4, what was it, or 76 baud? Remember they would go by baud? It was like 7,600 baud, and they went up to 14K, and then a 56K baud. Remember that? And then you had the 128K baud, which is bull crap because the telephone lines didn't do nothing for them. Then we went to, it's so funny. Anyway, folks, I think I'm going to call it a night. I do apologize. I'm tired, and as you can tell, it's reflected in this video. But I just want to get on. Even the stupid chats like this are they're cool to do. They're cool to do. So I appreciate everybody for your support. Get off the internet. I need to make a call. I remember that. I do remember that. Because it was all dial-up. That's so funny. So everybody have a great night. And if you haven't done so, wait until this video that we're currently talking on. It normally takes about 10 minutes. Come back and leave a comment. Maybe if you couldn't before, give me a thumbs up. And I really appreciate everybody for your support. Thank you so much. You all have a great night. I got to get to bed and do it all over again tomorrow.